4 tips for small town artists to be more successful in 2017.
This reppin', oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always reppin'. Oh my God, my whole life, my words been my greatest weapon. I know I been the coast's greatest blessing. Better recognize a king when he reppin' with you.
If you're a small town artist looking to have more success in 2017, the first thing that you need to do is work 10 times harder and smarter than everyone else. There's something about being in a big city that helps you speed up your creativity and innovation. It's more people, more opportunities, you're just surrounded by the right environment and the right information. And here's why I'm saying work harder and smarter. Okay, I can chip away right at this concrete. Okay, with a toothbrush, all right, and I can do it real hard, and I can go as hard as I can till I'm sweating, till do it for hours and hours and hours, okay. But somebody can walk right up next to me and hit it with a jackhammer, and it's going down. So sometimes working harder isn't always going to get you the best results. You have to work harder and smarter. What do you mean by working smarter? Okay, if you're from a small town, you're not going to be the most talented person, so you have to find ways to be more effective and more productive. For example, in my personal story, I wasn't the most talented person, okay, in my class in college. However, where I was like, here's how I can work smarter is I can take care of my health, okay, and I can learn the psychology of success. Experts say that 80% of success is psychological. So while everybody's out here trying to master the 20% of just showing up, right, I'm going to master the 80% of psychology so I can become more successful. Going back to my health, I found that there's a lot that goes on within our body and within our mind, and I found that if you eat the right foods, then all those processes that go on, that whole entire creative process can go faster, it can work smoother if you take care of your health. So I wasn't the most talented person in my class, but I was the healthiest person in my class, and I was the fittest person in my class, and that helped me stay up to par. Tip number 2, to piggyback off of all of that, you have to leverage the internet, okay? The internet is a fantastic tool that people are starting to wake up to, but still a lot of people are sleeping on it, okay? And here's the 3 things that you need to leverage the internet for: exposure, information, and networking. Building relationships. As far as exposure, you can use the internet. Maybe you're not great now. Maybe you're not a beast now. However, you can use the internet, share your progress so people can see your progress. If people love beasts, but what people also love the most is an underdog, and they love seeing that process of growth that shows that you are committed to your craft. You need the right information, okay? Information is key. Information is absolutely key. If you're on the operating table, all right, and they got to do heart surgery, and your doctor walks in, and you say, "Doc, how you going to do this? Where'd you get your information from?" And the doc says, I don't got no information on how to do an open heart surgery." You're going to freaking panic, and you're going to get off the operating table. Okay, you got to get the right information. You got to get the right technique. There's ways that you can do this. You can watch videos, right, on YouTube. Or you can buy online courses. I've invested so much money in online courses since I've graduated from college, it's not even funny. It's specifically around personal and professional development. The 3rd part is you have to use it. You can use it to network, okay? For example, before I've been in a small town my whole entire life, and I'd never been to a big city, and there was a trip where I took a trip to Chicago, and I ended up taking a dance class, right? I wasn't even planning on taking that dance class. And I had a great time in the dance class. I learned a whole lot in that class, right? It was my first big class in a big city, okay? And I ended up talking to the dance instructor. Push back a week later, I get on Facebook and I add that instructor on Facebook, okay? And I message him just asking for feedback of how I did in class and asking for tips on what I should do to become a better dancer, right? Long story short, that teacher became my mentor. And his mentorship helped me go from here in dancing to up here, all right? And he also gave me my very first professional job, okay? But it was because I was able to use the internet. I would post YouTube videos, and then I would send the video to him to get feedback on my video. So while I was still in the small town, I could get get the advice from the expert, and then I could work on it until the next time that I went out there and they could see that in person. Okay, another example was I had a weird type of groove in my dance, right? And one of my other mentors, who I met through my first mentor, he was like, here, give me your YouTube channel. I'm going to subscribe you to some choreographers that you need to watch that have this type of groove that you need to learn that's going to better your dancing. So he was able to connect me with other choreographers who helped me connect me to other types of choreographers that helped expand my dancing game, right? That's how you can use that to make connections. On top of that, you can make connections, just make friends, start groups, network, share your stuff with other friends, see how your other friends are doing. Tip number 3 on how you, the small town artist, can have more success in 2017. All right, this is extremely, extremely important. You need to save up money and travel. Okay, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. I just want you to remember this little sentence right here. So then I'm just going to leave it at that. You have to see greatness and be in the same room to feel greatness to truly know what greatness is. Okay, I'm going to say this one more time so you'll get it. You have to see greatness and be in the same room to feel greatness so you can truly know what that is. Okay, so for example, up until I went to Chicago, I never saw a professional dancer. I saw YouTube videos, right? I saw videos on TV, and I thought, oh, that's what that looks like, right? However, whenever I took my very first dance workshop in Chicago, whenever I actually got to see my idols dance in person in the exact same room, there were things that the YouTube videos didn't pick up. There were textures, right? There were feelings, there were little hits, there were pops that the videos did not pick up. So while I was out here thinking I was doing the same thing because I was just watching YouTube, watching movies, there were movements, there were hits, there were textures that I didn't see, right? There was an energy that they were giving off that YouTube, while it's getting better, while cameras are getting better, there's still stuff, there's still feelings that it still doesn't give you. So if you're an actor, you need to travel to a big city, New York, LA, Chicago, and see what it's like, right? Feel that energy of a great production. If you're a dancer, you need to feel that energy. If you're a painter, you need to see what the paintings look like. You need to see how the painters like to operate and paint. I don't know what you're doing, but you understand what I'm saying. Be in the same room. See how they walk. See how they talk. Observe. You need to save up your money, right? Stop spending it on BS. You don't need a brand new phone. I didn't get a smartphone until I graduated from college, okay? Save up your freaking money and travel. Save up your money and travel. All right, tip number 4, the final tip that you need, the small town artist, to be more successful in 2017. Listen to me. If your city won't innovate, then you need to innovate. All right, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. If your city won't innovate, then you need to innovate. Being from a small town, sometimes all the other artists, sometimes everybody else ain't on the same level. I don't know where you're located. Me personally, I'm located from a kind of closed-minded type of city. Okay, I'm not hating on my city. I love my city, right? But not everybody wants to innovate real fast. Not everybody has had the exposure that I've had to that professional environment of artistry. Not everybody's been to that big city to see those textures, right? To see greatness. Not everybody's been in the same room as greatness like I have, okay? And because of that, they're not on the same frequency. They're not on the same vibration, okay? A year ago, I said, I'm going to be the very first. So we got 2 different dance studios in my hometown, right? I teach dance in my hometown. And they're just on 2 different, like two polar opposites of the game, right? One's more this way, the other's more that way. And I said, I'm going to be the very first dance teacher in my hometown to teach in both at the same time. If you go to LA, if you go to Chicago, you know what I'm saying, the big cities, right? Choreographers teach at all of the studios. And what's funny is, like, in LA, all the studios are like on the same block for the most part, right? And choreographers would teach at all 3 of those main studios, right? Same thing in like other cities. However, it wasn't really flying in my hometown, right? And I said, I'm going to be the very first dance teacher to teach at both of these studios. Not necessarily for myself, but because I wanted my city's dance scene to 10x, right? I wanted the artistry to 10x, and I know that separation, that beef, ain't going to help, okay? And if it did, then the city would be on a whole nother level than it is now. So I said I was going to do it. before I said it, everybody said I couldn't do it, right? I talked to some teachers, I talked to some other dancers, and they're like, there's no way that's going to fly. However, I used the right kind of strategies, right? I was very strategic about it, and I was able to pull it off. Where I was the very first dance teacher to teach at both studios. In other cities, that ain't a big deal. In my city, that's a huge deal. And let me tell you what, there was some controversy on both ends, right? Unfortunately, the bosses were questioning my loyalty, and then the staff was questioning my loyalty, and then the students were questioning my loyalty, which in another city, that ain't even a big deal, but in this city it was, right? And it turned out to almost be more of a pain in the butt than anything else. However, I reset the bar, all right? I reset the bar of how things can and should operate in my hometown for everybody to evolve and get better faster, all right? So if your city won't innovate, you innovate, right? Don't wait on people to give you the go, right? You go make moves, especially if you're watching this video, right? All right, subscribe to this channel if you're a professional artist and you always need these kind of strategies, right? If you're watching this video, give yourself more props because you're already more innovative, right? A lot of people don't watch this kind of stuff. They're consuming other information, right? That probably ain't got nothing to do with bettering themselves. Okay, so you got 4 tips on how you, the small town artist, can have more success in 2017. If you like those 4 tips, if you're a professional artist and you're looking to increase your areas in, personal and creativity and business, this channel is for you. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Earthling Gangsta. I'm not your life coach. I'm not your guru. I just am. Like this video and subscribe to this channel.
Keeps getting married.